Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I said I've got a lot to share this week when it comes to Pokemon investing videos, and I'm going to try and do a fair few more videos. Now, I was gonna make every video 8 minutes, but I think the last one went for like 13 minutes. I just always get on these tangents when it comes to talking about Pokemon card investing. Anyway, today's video is all about getting Pokemon investing fit. And when I think about getting Pokemon investing fit, a couple things come to mind. And the first one, before we even jump into the crux of the video, the first part about getting Pokemon investing fit is to stop the bad habits. Now, I've got plenty of videos around the bad habits, but just to summarize a few really quickly, it's things like buying, those silly ancillary products that'll probably never go anywhere. And I'm not saying there's no good ancillary products, because there's plenty of good things like collection boxes, but just buying, theme decks or tins because it's got, one Lost Origin in it and the other two packs are, Darkness Ablaze and Battle Styles. It just doesn't make a heap of sense. And stacking them super high in your wardrobe, like 1,000 tins, they're not very liquid. So the first thing is getting rid of the bad habits. Even things like buying into singles as the hype's completely taken off. Like buying a Charizard from 151 when who knows if it's going to get a massive reprint. We know there's a new product coming out for 151. Who knows if it's going to get another wave or more product. Is this just similar to what's happened with, those Sam's Club's Crown Zenith, the Sea and Sky packages? Quite possibly. But anyway, getting rid of those bad habits of buying into hype, buying bad products, that's the first part about getting Pokemon investing fit. Now, the second part, which is the main crux of this video, is when it comes to getting Pokemon investing fit, I think you really need to find a niche that suits you. And think about it with sports, right? Now, I'm not going around to say I'm the world's best athlete, but I've tried a lot of different sports over the years. And you know what's really difficult? Is being good at multiple sports at one time. Now, some people are just natural-born athletes that are super good. Me, on the other hand, I'm not. Like, if I had to go at, basketball, which is a massive sport for me in my life, cricket, which I loved, US viewers are probably like, what's cricket? It's like the Aussie version of baseball, I guess. I don't know. Do you guys play much cricket in the US? Cricket's an awesome sport. It's actually the second biggest sport in the world behind soccer, I'm pretty sure. Good. I might have to Google that. Google that. Tell me. Anyway, I've tried a hand at lots of sports. Golf in particular. Golf is my sport that I play at the moment. And if you try and do too many things at once, you inevitably come, what's that saying? Jack of all trades, but master of none. And I think you can transfer that same sort of analogy into the Pokemon card investing world. We've talked in videos about all different plays when it comes to Pokemon card investing. You might be someone that buys raw copies of cards, sends them off to get graded in the aim to make a profit. Maybe, and that play can well and truly be done. Maybe you look at cards in the Scarlet and Violet era, like a lot of those illustration rares, which have a real good grading play. You might be buying Magikarps from Paldea Evolved. You might be buying cards like Scizor from Obsidian Flames. You might be buying cards like the Groudon from Paradox Rift, which are not inexpensive, but the Scizor is. Some of them are relatively inexpensive, but they get this huge multiplier effect if they cop a PSA 10 and a small increase in price if they cop a PSA 9. Certainly enough to cover your fees and maybe make a little bit of profit. So there's people that do grading plays. There's people that buy singles in the hope that they're going to go up in price. There's people that do buyouts on singles in the hope to really, pump up the bottom of the market. Like, there's a little bit of a ladder strategy. If you've got, the cheapest version of this card I'm just plucking numbers out of the air, and no card in particular, but if you've got the cheapest card at $125, then the next floor is $127, and there's 4 copies at this price, 6 copies at that price, and people buy up from the floor to eventually, the new floor price might become $150 or $160, and then someone goes, whoa, that card's gone from $125 to $160 nearly overnight. Is that a buyout? Well, yeah, possibly. Some people do that strategy to put a new floor to the market, and then it brings in almost artificial demand to that product that more people buy it because they go, wow, this card's really taking off. I better jump on board before it takes off even more. And before you know it, like Charizard from 151, before you know it, like it becomes again, I'm not using that as an example. This card, imaginary card, becomes a $200 card. Then the person that bought lots of product goes, well, now I can offload it because, my average buy-in's $145 and now the market price is $200. So I'm going to sell them all and make profit off it. There's all these different plays. Another one could be that you just do what I do, in that you buy sealed Pokemon card products. Now, even in buying sealed Pokemon card products, there's a heap of different plays. And for me, I love collecting Elite Trainer boxes. I love the artwork on them. I love how they display. I don't buy them as an investment. If they happen to go up in price, so be it. So many of them that I've bought over the last 5 years haven't moved in price at all. Some have. Some certainly have. The Celestial Storm box I bought has. The Lost Thunder box I bought has. The Evolutions box I bought has. Hidden Fates a smidgen. 151, of course. The ones that have really taken off is Evolving Skies. But there's also plenty that have not moved at all. Like, it's just been dead money for me for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. The Battle Styles Elite Trainer boxes, the Fusion Strike Elite Trainer boxes, the Chilling Reign Elite Trainer boxes, they just haven't moved. But I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I don't buy them as an investment piece. I'm not buying cases and cases of a pack of 10 Elite Trainer boxes in the hope that I'm going to get rich off it. I buy them just to display. Now, on that, excuse me, 30 seconds, the light's gone out. We're back. A little interlude. Just shows how much filming I'm doing tonight. Anyway, on that, what I do buy as a sealed investment is booster boxes. That's where I see it, okay? I have plenty of booster boxes in storage. Some of them, of course, are displayed here as part of the display, but the rest are all in storage. So what I'm getting at is it's about finding your niche. So getting Pokemon card investing fit, first step is to do away with the ego. If you want to collect cards, go for it. That's great fun. But if you're purely focused on investing, do away with the ego, forget about the bad habits that you might have, forget about just, racking up spending money as quickly as you possibly can, and really focus in on the niche that you think you're good at. Because if you become an expert at it, it just gives you a better chance of making more money. It's like sports betting or gambling. If you don't follow the sport at all and you're betting on Chinese women's volleyball that you know absolutely nothing about because you've got nothing better to bet on and you're bored, well, chances of you making much money are pretty slim. However, if you know horse racing in and out or the NBA in and out, it's going to give you a better chance of getting a return. I'm certainly not advertising sports betting. I'm just using that as an analogy. Now, when it comes to Pokemon card investing, the exact same thing can be said, in my opinion, in that if you narrow down to a niche, and I know it sounds boring, but that's sometimes what investing is. It can be extremely boring. Hey, buying shares and just sitting them in a portfolio that you can look at on an app or a computer screen is also extremely boring. At least having a cupboard full of booster boxes or a warehouse full of booster boxes is a heap more fun. Certainly more fun than looking at shares on a computer screen, in my opinion. So just narrow down to a niche that you know about, that you're an expert at. Some people have that grading play down pat. They just know how that works. And they sell and they get a good, eBay feedback from it or TCG player feedback or whatever platform they're selling these cards on. That is what is all about being Pokemon card investing fit. So just to summarize the video, first things first, do away with your ego and those bad habits. Second thing, drill down and really focus on a niche that you think is going to be a place where you can make money. And then 3, just enjoy it. Enjoy the process. This is, and I've said this 100 times on this channel, this is the fun investment. This is the place where you can actually enjoy investing, because buying property or buying shares or even buying some other alt investments like crypto, they're not a tangible object like Pokemon cards can be for you. They're not a nostalgic object like Pokemon cards can be for you. I'm Michael, this is PokeOz, and I'll catch everyone next time.